Okay, so push these buttons, wait for everything to react. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Lazy J here. Okay. Sorry, I literally only just got home. It seems to be the way this week. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go because it is the road to the Go Tour Kalos. A whole heap of stuff happening this week. So I'm out all morning. I even pushed this one back to give myself a bit more time and was still running behind. But anyway, hello. So I'm still getting used to talking back into a boom mic. It's kind of good to have it back. I think it's a bit clearer for audio quality, but as compared to the mic on my headset and running the connection off this side doesn't give me audio dropout like the other one when it's plugged in this side with the mic, which is awesome. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. We're going to jump into the news. I haven't actually done anything with the news since last week. We have a little bit to go through, which means I need to hit the bumper. In this week's news, we need to go to Hearthstone only. So in the last 7 days, we've had a data Reaper report 6 days ago. A new legendary to look at. We'll open a whole heap of these. We'll go for day 6 first. Let's go through day 6. So we got a new dragon, colossal, +2. Your spells from other classes cast twice. Okay. Is there anything else revealed? Ooh, what have we got? Rite of Twilight. Storm Power, Blood Watcher, Bellwood Trent, the Dream. Ooh, look at this one. Devour 2 random cards from your opponent's hand, then go dormant for 2 turns. Death will return them. It's interesting. That's very, very interesting. So I have not been keeping up with the news, so I try to do these as live reactions, and hopefully everything works when I do it. Unlike the reaction component to Cataclysm a couple of weeks ago, when my audio had completely bugged up. But anyway, Rite of Twilight, Solemn Power, Stealth, Death Rattle, Herald, Sinisty. A lot of people have been saying this is similar to Imbue, just across multiple targets rather than just like a Galacon. Legendary Druid, fill your hand with random dragons. If you've spent 25 mana while holding this, they cost 1. 25 left. That's cool. Lots and lots of dragon power there. And Blood Watcher, which was get 2 3/3 whelps and taunt. If you've spent 8 mana while holding this, summon them. Okay. And this was it's a rogue card. I didn't catch that on the first look. But devouring 2 random minions is interesting. Let's look at 5 days ago. 5 days ago, we got a new location for Priest. Your healing effects this turn deals damage instead. Shadow Priest again. I want to attempt at it. A whole heap of neutrals. Warlock. Your next Murloc. That costs 2 or less, costs health instead of mana. I want to work out the Murloc component of it. Okay, so that's a leg and that's a face up there. He's kind of running and throwing. Okay. Can we have that page back? Interesting that it doesn't give me the back button. Oh, that works. Okay, we're good then. Faceless Replicator. Death Rattle transform the minion that killed this into a Faceless Replicator. So you can take it out with spells, because it's only got 3 health, but that's interesting. As immune while you control not our minions. Elusive Taunt. Each turn this is in your hand. Swap between 2 random bonus effects. Taunt, take 1 extra damage from all sources. Choose a card in your hand to discard. Choose a card in your hand to shuffle into your deck. And then Battlecry frees this. Frostbitten Imp. 2 mana, 3/5. Also comes out frozen. What? Okay. That means it's going to be on your board 2 turns. I'm trying to work out how freezing your own minions, because you don't do it often if you're playing. Or is it just still a turn, but you can't give it rush or anything? Interesting. Okay, choose a hand, yeah, get it, add effort to get it back, but it only costs 1 less. That's interesting. So this is a summary for that day. No, it's the same page we looked at before. And here are the priest ones. Some of these we haven't seen yet. I'm assuming we'll find it when we go through some of these. Let's just open the rest up, I guess. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. And we'll close out of this. So, okay. So this event's running Wave 2, Madness and Death. So this is Nixia. I won't go into lore stuff. I don't think it matters, but there's a new event running. I haven't even started it, which means we'll do a bit of it today. Top standard wild decks. We're not really interested in the meta at the moment. Balance changes, teas, War Master Blackhorn, Tavern Brawl, and Battlegrounds changes. Okay, so that was a few days ago now. Coming nerfs, rotations, buffs. Oh, okay. I'll have a look at the page when we get to it. That's the same article on a different website. Same article on a different website. I try to make sure I don't miss anything by covering all my bases. Like, give all spells in your hand and deck +1 spell damage. Interesting. Some more mage stuff. If you dealt damage with a spell this turn, summon a copy of this. The first time you deal damage with a spell each turn, gain +2. Summon a 6/6 dragon, cost 1 less for each damage you've dealt. Deal 2 damage, deal 1 damage to or a random minion. Interesting. We've got some hunter stuff. Elusive, set an enemy minion to its health to 1. If you're holding a dragon, pick another. Replay each 1 cost card you've played this game. While in hand, play a dragon to become a 6/6 dragon. Choose a card in your hand to, at the start of your turn, reduce its cost. Deal damage equal to, okay. We saw all them. Flipping through. Again. Curse King. While holding this, if the rest of your hand is all odd, or all even or odd, transfer it into the Walking King. Do we know what the Walking King looks like? Can we click on this and see the Walking King? Battlecry upgrade your starting hero power. It costs 1. Okay, a couple questions. What's this do with imbue? I'm guessing it's just levels up the imbue steps, would be my guess, but it's just a thought. And 2, is this... see, the old Gen and Baku were odd and even. If you build a deck was only that way, your hero power was significantly improved. By either costing 1 less or having an upgraded move. This does both, but you got to draw the minion. Drawing it probably does make it safe, but it does make me nervous. The patch update hit, so what happened in the patch? I don't even remember seeing in-game notifications about a patch update. Draw cards that cost 2 or less in both players' deck. When you play this, when you play or discard this, deal 5 instead of 6. Umbra's gone up in mana. Umbra was 4? Really? I thought Umbra was more expensive than that. Oh, and that's interesting. And minion changes, stat changes. Beetles is pretty powerful at the moment. Whenever you cast a spell, give your minions +3 health. That's been comes down but been nerfed. Oh, Corsair. Interesting. I've been watching a few things on this and they've been saying that's been broken in the last day or 2. Okay. Returning heroes and skins stuff we could potentially buy with gold. Cards. We'll have a look for the shop shortly. We had a look at those cards. So we've got Last Stand card reveals. Give your minion death rattle summon a to the random 4-cost minion, deal 1 damage to all minions, draw a card for each that died. Tradable, destroy a legendary minion, draw 2 cards, cost 1 less for each time a friendly character has attacked this game. Okay, deal 2 damage to a random enemy minion. Give a minion death rattle, summon a random minion from your hand. So what's... okay, I get the idea of Last Stand as a concept in regards to they're meant to have something in common and be like last hurrah for a minion, so but none of the effects feel like they're... Oh, someone wrote an essay, I'm not even going to stay there for long. Shop changes. Okay, this is this week's Tavern Brawl. We'll look at that in a second. That's more information on Tavern Brawl. Not often Hearthstone top decks talks about the Tavern Brawl. Master Monk, Colossal 2, your arms and soldiers destroy minions in the enemy's deck instead. Well, we're not watching that. That's an hour and a half. Chose arms. At the end of your turn, destroy minion to the right and gain Herald twice to upgrade. Goals arms. At the end of your turn, destroy minion to the right. Herald to upgrade. At the end of your turn, destroy the minion to the right and gain soldier, and then of course the ultimate. Okay. Warlock cards? What's Warlock gonna be? Cho'Gall, draw a card. Cho'Gall, Desperado. Disposable Acolyte. When you play or discard this, summon 2 random 1-cost minions. Deal 2 damage to all minions. Repeat this with 1 less damage. Take control of an enemy minion until the end of their turn. It can't attack this turn. Let's change. Duke of Below. Some more priest staff. Mend. Restore a minion to full health. Draw a card. Deal 5 damage. We've got some more shatter stuff happening. Your heal effects restore 2 more this game. At the end of your turn, if this is at full health, gain plus 3 health. That's interesting. Injured attendant, Battlecry, deal 4 damage to this minion. Same article, different website. And then if the total cost of your starting minions was 100, split 100 stats among the minions in your deck. The total cost of your starting minions was 100. Okay, so it's another deck building contingency. So if I'm reading this correct, you got to have 100 mana worth of minions in your deck and hand. Or just in your starting deck. If you hit that target, split 100 stats among minions in your deck. You get this, you play it. That's a lot of stats if... Oh, that's an interesting point. So yeah, it's actually you got to hit 100 exact. So in Wild, you couldn't just put Celestial, the big 120 mana minion, and get it. You need... okay. And then people are talking stats. There'll be some interesting stuff with that, I guess. And so yeah, we've got the Tavern Brawl. Let me just go get a drink as we rotate out of the news. I'll run the spacer. And then... just go refill my drink. It just completely evaporated on me. I'll go do that and then we'll get into the Tavern Brawl. We'll put that up on the screen. I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. I could just feel my mouth drying out. And I figure I've got some more talking to do. Okay, so we have Showdown at Blackrock Mountain is this week's Tavern Brawl. Two epic bosses of Blackrock Mountain are settling things once and for all with your help. The brawl provides a custom deck to play this brawl. The gimmick is you play as either I'm going to hang up on the word, and Ragnaros with the deck and hero power custom to their vibe. Nefarian. Getting really tongue-tied today. I think I'm just tired. And I'll have some yoga while we're sitting here. Okay. Nixia. Okay. If you're holding a dragon, it's probably a good idea to keep that one. Okay, we start with an okay mana source. 7/7 to start the game. That feels pretty good. Pokemon Go's got me running all over the place. And that's a win. They only had one mana. Seems a bit odd. It'll probably be a shortish stream. I did kick off late. Especially on the YouTube. Once the Tavern Brawl, we're done with the Tavern Brawl, we'll move on. We'll play as both heroes. We'll try to get a win with each hero. Hey, Rag this time. Nefarian. Okay, let's keep playable cards. Yeah, this might be worth keeping. We got another one of them. I don't think it was that much worth keeping, but okay. Combine that with taking 7, and our 8/8s are dropping next turn. Wonder what their answer What are they doing, huh? Set up a clear. Set up a clear. Consider brawling, but it's not really worth it. Really? I guess. Am I going to kill it? Oh, how nice. Oh, nice. Sorry, just having something to eat while I try to cams off. I get the feeling I'm going to want this later. Now I wish I had the spell damage. Interesting. We can keep that on the board. Next turn will be good. Well, that makes sense. And think that through. We don't have much in our hand anymore, so okay, their hero power is going to be online. It's going to be a pain. That keeps our hero power at bay, I guess. Maybe not. Well, all those suck, don't they? Of course it goes face. But we have 24 damage. We have 24 damage. No brawl here. So we're just going to come up with 3 damage, or 2 damage really. Well, that doesn't do it now, does it? Overhill doesn't do anything here, does it? Hero power, hope it goes face. 1 in 3 chance. 33.33% of the time, wins every time. Okay, that's the second time I've seen that message. I need to look into that. Oh. Oh, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. 50-50. Interesting. I need to keep track of those. Some Pokemon Go codes just came out for getting pinged about them. Ooh, there's the Onyxia. The discounted cards off the other dragon's pretty good. They're not going to be able to brawl straight away. We'll have time for setup. I didn't mind that. Woohoo! Let's go again, I guess. Trying to work out what. Yeah, I don't know. What I'm gonna do. This one's pretty much one and done. Like, it's not an overly complicated Tavern Brawl. Each of the typings, I guess, is semi-interesting, but overall, not that exciting. Not getting any voice lines, which is weird. Oh, he's growling at me. Not happy. Give him something to choose about. Trade, or if he trades, we can use our weapon again. Just trying to let our mana catch up. I was trying to remember this brawl, and I was wondering why I was struggling, but we haven't actually seen it since 2021. It's been gone for 5 years.
Yo LJ, Twitch ads are inbound.
This guy's going to be a pain. It would have been nice if you killed a minion for me there. Hero Pal.
Twitch ads are now playing.
Roger that. And we made a dent. Just trying to stay alive here. I guess we've got to try to win a brawl there.
LJ, Twitch ads should now be over. You're all good for another 60 minutes.
We don't really have the health to play with here. They got one card. One card. Well played, Darth. Well played. I think I'm starting to wake up at least a little bit. Open our pack. Yeah, nothing overly interesting there. Where are we at? Yeah, that's the Tavern Brawl. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm a bit out. Well, today I'm just kind of feel a bit off. Right. So I think we're going to call it there. We'll kind of sum it up. We'll keep mucking around on Twitch for a little bit, but we'll end the YouTube recording. So to sum it up, it's a fine Tavern Brawl. It feels a little unbalanced if someone gets a good roll, but that's Hearthstone in general nowadays. You kind of can get the lead, you can keep just pressuring slowly, chipping away. With a total of 60 health on both sides, it's not too bad. Like, there's time to recover. Like that last game we definitely did. And there's some interesting cards to play with. Like we got this big guy here, which can get quite cheap. Mind you, most of your health has to be gone before you can play him. Some corruption. The hounds are interesting. At the start of each turn, summon all core hound pups that died this turn. So you summon 2 of them, and as long as one lives, they constantly just summon back the other one. A regular board presence if you can get them to stick for a little bit. But, that's if you're on the rag side of things, but your opponent normally has a way of removing them pretty efficiently. Always wins brawls is a fun little mechanic, but it costs you 9 mana to get to that point, because you've got to play it and then get the brawl and have this minion still on board. So if you curve out well and the opponent doesn't have much, you might be able to keep it on board. Otherwise, you're probably waiting until turn 9 to take advantage of that effect. So turn 9 is quite expensive for a board clear like that, especially if you've got any other minions at that point. Moria, it's interesting to see her outside of Battlegrounds. Summon Emperor. Summoning or getting the discounts are pretty cool off that. If you can get it to stick. Bells, I'm not really a fan of Living Bomb, but yeah. Summoning the pups is cool. Open the Gates is interesting with a full board of whelps. Yeah, this week has been so full on for me. I'm just tired. And so yeah, we'll end the Tavern Brawl video here. Thank you for everyone who kind of stops by and checks it out. There's really not much to say. I really like the Tavern Brawls where you're building decks, because that at least allows me to give interesting comments and at least muck around with a bit of variety, whereas these kind of pre-built Tavern Brawls, especially when they're limited to 1 of 2 heroes that you swap between, pre-built deck, well, yeah, it's just, I don't know, I'm too tired to think. But yeah, so this has been the recording for the YouTube channel. I know I've kind of slowed down on a lot of my Hearthstone stuff. I'm kind of just needing a bit of a break. So we're just doing kind of the weekly Tavern Brawl, maybe an extra stream if I can fit it in. And everything else is just been variety over on Twitch. If you're interested in anywhere you can find me, I have a link tree. It has my Twitch channel, my YouTube stuff, and everywhere else you can find me, including my socials. So feel free to reach out if you want. Have a bit of a chat. As long as I see it, I will respond. I will post that into the YouTube channel. Those on Twitch, I'll post it. Oh, I can just see that button there, just there. But yeah, as I said, I'm crashing. We'll just kind of just do a bit of low energy battlegrounds or something like that. I am going to clean my desk because there's a lot of cups and that here in between. So the moment I see it transition over to the battleground screen, I will end the YouTube stream on my monitor here. And until next time, YouTube, good luck and have fun. We've been doing a lot on my other variety channel if you are interested on that as well. But yeah, until next time.